Christ. Holy esports, pushing faith through the stream, showing warriors the truth reigns supreme. Headshots, victory, strategy tight, but the real battle's fought in the spirit tonight. Kick it up, raise the name, spread the word, spark the flame. No fear, no shame, through the cross we are saved. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. Every breath, every word, let his praises ring. Holy flow, holy light, lifting high the name of Christ. Holy esports, pushing faith through the stream, showing warriors the truth reigns supreme. Headshots, victory, strategy tight, but the real battle's fought in the spirit tonight. Keep it up, raise the name, spread the word, spark the flame. No fear, no shame, through the cross we are saved. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. Every breath, every word, let his praises ring. Holy flow, holy light, lifting high the name of Christ. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. Every breath, every word, let his praises ring. Holy flow, holy light, lifting high the name of Christ. Through every string, every prayer, open healing, fill the air. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King, forever reigning, everything. From like angels in a battleground, faith takes flight. Holy heal, streaming truth, shining Christ light. Building walls, breaking chains, setting souls free. It's more than a game, it's the mission you see. Holy, nobody standing tall for the kingdom, for the call. Victory's more than crowns and gold. It's saving souls, making hearts bold. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. Every breath, every word, let his praises ring. Holy flow, holy light, lifting high the name of Christ. Holy esports, pushing faith through the stream, showing warriors the truth reigns supreme. Headshots, victory, strategy tight, but the real battle's fought in the spirit tonight. Kick it up, raise the name, spread the word, spark the flame. No fear, no shame, through the cross we are saved. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. Every breath, every word, let his praises ring. Holy flow, holy light, lifting high the name of Christ. Holy esports, pushing faith through the stream, showing warriors the truth reigns supreme. Headshots, victory, strategy tight, but the real battle's fought in the spirit tonight. Keep it up, raise the name, spread the word, spark the flame. No fear, no shame.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. God is so good. You guys are having an awesome day. Give me a second and get this stuff loaded in. And let's start this one. Second, shoot. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Like I said, just gonna load this stuff in real quick. Keep changing my thing because it keeps getting messed up. I always deletes everything in my tags. Okay, talking some nonsense. Not surprising. All right, deuces. See you later. Bye. Oh. Talking stupidity out here, yo. I ain't no one gonna miss you when you leave, man. You know what I'm saying? You talking facts over here. Nah, that's some stupid, whatever. It's crazy. Disgusting. You got a whack job. So if that answers your question, if you out because of that, deuces. You know what I'm saying? You want the wickedness, you don't get it. You ain't getting it here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. So good. Sorry for that delay there. Trying to get some things fixed. My stuff sometimes messes up and deletes the tags, etc. So I have to switch it. And it puts it in gaming for some reason. But it's cool. So we're here now. So if you guys have any points you guys want to bring up, anything you guys want to talk about, any questions, you know, stances, we can talk. Usually we talk about a wide variety of issues. People usually bring a bunch of different things. Here's a chat right there. If you guys want to chat, you can also come onto the stream, come on the stage, discuss your points. Some position things already. I'm heavily abortion's evil, it's murder no matter what. Prove me wrong if you think otherwise. Feminism's evil, prove me wrong. LGBTQ, WXYZ, what that guy's advocating for is disgusting. It's wrong, prove me wrong. You can't be Christian in any of those things. Prove me wrong. The list goes on. Black fatigue is real. You know, blacks in America need to wake up. Prove me wrong. You keep going, you know what I'm saying? And you see Spanish people sort of fall in that mix too, unfortunately. Mr. Juan Carlos Fernandez. You're proving my point, man. So yeah, so we'll get to it, you know what I'm saying? Let's give it. So we talk Christ, man. Nothing. We don't, no compromising. We'll talk about popularity, not about any of that God about you and get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Share the rock, which is Christ. Said again, you roll. So, like I said, go ahead, don't be shy. Usually, a lot of people come in, they get scared to say something. Oh, they say something just wrong, like that guy. He's just saying some weird stuff. Crack house? You're in the crack house with features, like what? Guys, people, man, I was like, people, we lost a lot of the, you know, sane people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people who were still like have natural thinking. Even sometimes when they're doing wrong or more way people on the side, they're still like natural versus people like that guy who are just like, what are you talking about, guy? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, don't be shy to speak up. So your stance, your point. Jesus is God. Talk about that as well. We talk about everything. Even talk to the Christians sometimes about some doctrines that we disagree with sometimes. We don't want to make it a big deal, especially if it's like not salvific. Some of it's has more significant meaning, but in general, like you don't make a big, you know, let's do if anything, talk later. But we talk about some things like that as well. We talk about a bunch of different things, man. Like I said, so don't be shy. Let me see. What else?
Truth, the Pharisees' lies, refuse to repent or even start to see the sin inside your heart.
I said, don't be scared, man. Those people keep coming in. We said, yeah, don't fret. I said, say whatever you're supposed to say, man. This isn't, we're not, you know what I'm saying? We ain't no betas. We just talk facts. Like I said, we don't worry about trying to offend. Just state the position, whatever you think. You think it's the truth? Talk, let's discuss it. If you're honest, you're going to try to back it out, but like I said, don't worry about trying to offend. You know, people also so defensive, offended by everything. There's no walking on eggshells, man. Just speak your mind. And let's get to it. Usually, the beginning is always a little slower. I probably need to turn my music down a little bit. I gotta check in a second. Yeah. Let me take a minute. Where is this at? Let me go to my stream. Let's see here. Cool. Let me check it out. Let's see. Going wrong, advocating for it, disgusting, proving wrong. Can't be Christian. Okay, cool. So I was making sure it wasn't too loud, and it's not. Like I said, guys, when you're coming in, welcome to the stream. Like I said, don't be fretting. Like I said, everything we talked about just now, if you guys missed it, it's just about the basics for a lot of things. Even political. For most things, like I said, you can't be liberal and Christian. Obviously, they hold that position pretty strongly. Again, all these things we said, we can talk about all this different stuff. It's a bunch of people in, man, on different platforms. So like I said, don't be shy. And even if you agree, hey, come on, voice your agreement. It's cool. But if you disagree, I said just say your position, right? Like our goal should be looking for the truth, right? It shouldn't be like, I just like this, I'm gonna make whatever it is towards what I want. That's the problem. It's intellectually dishonest. But we don't want to be that, mate. It does nothing for us. It just keeps us in our own brain trapping ourselves. No to the bueno. Big no bueno. Give me a second here. While you wait, like I said, don't fret, guys. Don't fret, man. Don't gotta fret. Let me see. Ask. You guys have questions about anything? Like I said, I'll probably switch title back to the liberal thing. Usually that's where most of our conversations stem from. They come from usually that. Wait, why am I in that? Oh, shit. There we go. All right. Like I said, I'll switch topic. Let me talk to the topic now, actually. I'll just go back to liberal. Can't be liberal. That's a Christian. Can't be. What's up, dude? What's up there, Mr. Waff to the Hole? What's up, man? How is your night doing, dude? Let me save that. Give me a second. Up this other video. How is your night going, Mr. Waffle? Oh, all right. All right, so I've done. Let's get back. Just kicking it in the conversation, so like per usual. See how long we go for tonight. See if anybody wants to discuss these things, man. Most people have said people are so scared to discuss things. Well, I don't understand, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay right. Hey, let's get it. I'm about to ask you something about controversial subject. Give me 1 minute. All right, just make sure it's appropriate. But yes, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Oh snap! Let's get it. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, buddy. That's what I'm talking about right there, buddy. I'm gonna get my neck out. All right, come on. We get it done out here, boy. Oh. People coming in, they said feel free to stay your guys' position, man. You guys want to say anything at all, go ahead, put it out there. Let's discuss it. I want all the smoke. Yeah. Or dude, what that was? Woo. Oh, that I Waiting for Waffle to get his question. Like I said, why he's doing that, guys. You guys go ahead and put your stuff in there. Go ahead, Bring your challenges up right here. Come on down to the stage, guys. Yo, Meryl. Man, you look like yo, that thing is crazy, bro. It shouldn't be surprising though. This is what we do public translation thing. It's a joke, bro. And they're doing like all this critical text, just making all these different things. They keep changing up the text. It doesn't. They might as well. What's the difference? Which if you're supporting a critical modern text, you can't even contest that. You're just like, I guess we have to keep it. Like we don't have a foundation to stand on. Like use whatever translation you want. The only thing they usually go against is KJV, which makes no sense because they advocate for all the Bibles. Like all the translations are good. KJV though, you should probably just avoid because the language is a little old. It's crazy. Yeah, right. That thing is like in the Rick James version, bro. What is that? Yo, you look fine, no cap. Yo, that's wild, bro. Society is just, it's insane. I couldn't even imagine like reading that to somebody. Think about speaking to a non-believer and be like, yo, let me show you a scripture right here, bro. Like this is what happened, you know. Let me show you what happened, you know, when Jesus is, you know, his virgin birth. So how he's God, bro. One of the things, you know, let's go to let's see it. Yo, this is how it starts. Yo, Mary, you look fine, no cap. They're like, you look what? Yo, like, stupid, bro. It's mind blowing, man. It's crazy, man. Okay, first again, so I'm not confused. What's your political party? I am a conservative. You already know, man, you can't be liberal and Christian, but I don't support everything the conservative party, like Republicans do, if that's your question. You know, I mean, a lot of Republicans aren't legit conservatives anymore. The party's become significantly watered down. Like people, I remember like even my uncle, they would celebrate because all these liberals or like Democrats would come over, and I'm like, that's not a good thing. All it's gonna do is water down the Republican Party. Making compromise. And you see that drastically. Things that we supported 10 years ago, we no longer support. If we do, it's really watered down like drastically. Like we were totally against LGBTQWXYZ soup. And now they're like, yeah, we support them, but let's just limit some of the things. But like, no, conservative, like my Bible is my foundation, my Christ, he's my everything. You're like, there's no other way around it, you know what I'm saying? And most conservatives don't have that mindset anymore. Even ones who say they're Christian, they usually don't have, the Bible isn't their rock. Like, they include it sometimes, or it's important to them, but it's not the rock, you know? But yeah. What's your opinions on views on guns? You got the bang, bang, boom, boom. I got a bunch of guns. I support guns, obviously. We have the right to defend ourselves. Like, think about all the crimes that are going around the right. It's sort of a no-brainer. like, let's make a law against guns for criminals who don't follow the law. That's a great idea, Jimmy. Let's do it. Oh, and it's just surprising. All the places that ban guns for law-abiding citizens have by far the worst crime rate. No way, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't imagine that. They even did a survey back when I was doing my studies in school, where they actually interviewed the criminals who had violent offenses like robbery, armed robbery, etc. And they said, what would you like this if you knew the person had a gun? And they were like, 87% said they wouldn't rob the house. If there was a chance that guy there had a gun and was at his house, they wouldn't go because they know they could lose their life. It's not worth it. Versus, hey, I know this guy can't have a gun. Easy pickings, baby. Retarded. It's just common sense, man. Not to mention, most people who do these shootings, like in the streets, all the crimes by guns, are people with hot guns, unregistered guns. You know how many guns get smuggled in the country every year? You're not stopping gun violence. It's not happening. It's so retarded. You're like, yo, all these illegals coming over, they busting caps at people, man. Like, they're illegal in the first, like, what are we doing? They get guns, they smuggle guns over. And it's like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands a year. It's crazy. I think it's hundreds of thousands. It's insane. And usually the guns get circulated as well, especially if they're hot. They get circulated, they get sold again to somebody else. Oh yeah, okay. There's no lack of guns nowadays. But yeah, you try to come to my house, hurt my family, you don't need, I'm gonna help you, like a fast-paced express to meet God. But not a good life, you going to hell, obviously. No Christians like, oh, breaking this man's house, I hurt him. Yeah, so yeah. That helps, clarify why my stance is at, bro. Because, like, guns are big no bueno for me. Like, a big no bueno, like, I mean, I don't mind you having a gun, but just don't go waving that thing around. Well, again, if you're not, and who waves guns around, bro? You don't ever see me waving guns around. I arm carry sometimes. Again, it's arm carry, so it's concealed carry. I have a license for it, but Who waves a gun? You're an idiot. You're like, hey, look at their gun. Yeah, obviously, it's like saying don't wave a sword around. Right? Yeah, duh. Like, the guns don't commit the crimes. That's mentioned. People, if they didn't use guns, they would still use knives, swords. They're still gonna kill people. And then people get killed, stabbed every year, a whole lot. People are gonna, if they want to kill you or rob you, they're gonna do it with whatever they're gonna get. Guns make it easier, but they're still gonna do it. It's the person that's the problem. Not to mention the issue is what we need to deal with is these dirtbags we keep letting out. Like, people will murder someone and get like 10 years, 7 years in jail and come right back out. And then they kill someone again. We're like, no, you didn't say. Yeah. But again, they're super liberal cities who are like, well, you use those super liberal states. Like, no, we got to give them a chance. They can change. It's just, no, man. Recidivism is like, it's like non-existent. Recidivism just means like the amount, like how the chances they have basically like getting back in society, fixing themselves, changing. So like recidivism just means like changing, like coming back in society, being like a decent person. And the rate of that is like astronomically small, if at all. Yeah, it's not very. People push for it all the time, trying to give excuses for it. It's just like, yeah, fun story. Actually, I was doing armed security before we got this house, so I had to move, so I don't do it anymore now since it's out of, there's no contractor around this area. It's pretty cool because this, it's not cool actually. This is funny here. At least some people are sleeping. Like this guy, we did an area that we had the same rights as police, but there's the city. Ours was just like this big area of several blocks. That so like this guy, he went in afterwards, like on his break. Like after patrolling around the area for a while, for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so you get a little break in between, sit down, you can still see outside, and patrol out of it, and then you come back, yada yada. But he goes in and cleans his gun. Wow, loaded, bro. And there's like a servers all next to us with it because they had their servers with this place we were at, a big business, all these big servers, and the idiot shot the servers for like $30,000 something for just one of them. Like, yeah, it's like, bruh. Like, yeah, see, some people are just stupid, but that you can't do anything with, like, this idiot cleaned his gun while it was loaded. Like, wow, like, oh man, okay. Yeah, we have some people, man, I was like, I don't know how these guys got this job. Yeah, not good. I think this vertical version has you too stretched out. Like, perhaps you had it. But yeah, me and Sean earlier was pretty good. In the chat, okay. Yo, I got you, brother. You saying this? I got you. Well, actually, I can zoom it out. I'm supposed to zoom it out, I think. Let me see. Let me zoom it out. Is that better? Did it zoom out? It'll still zoom in a little bit. Which I don't know if that fixes it, or I can just like, yeah, position it higher up and then put like the prove me wrong underneath it, maybe. That way, what you're saying works, you know what I'm saying? Bowski, dowski, my phone, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, guys, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. Is that better, or should I do that? Should I switch it? Zoom, like, make it smaller? You on the top third in the channel. That's 66. Okay. I should still do it? Ooh, excuse me. What's this auto thing? That did nothing. Oh, is this the one that's knees in the middle? No. Let me see. I'm moving a little bit. That's why it's not working. Alright, so let me do that. I don't think I need to zoom it back in a little bit, but zoom it a little bit. Is it moving? It's not even moving. Well, that's if I have it on zoom. Oh. Alright, hold up. That's just the auto zoom thing, but let me do this. Okay, so let's get this going. Let's get her done, brother. How's your night going, Boski Doski? You should jump on real quick, man. Stop being so lame, because no one's coming in right now. There's a bunch of people come in the stream. Oh, people just spot, they just want to watch, so it's just cool, I guess. No big, can't force anyone to come in or talk. Let me get this fixed while we do that. Let me do it. No, I like canes actually. I had in swords. I had an actual cane. I used to have a cane that was a sword. It's pretty cool. Like, this is like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Like, it was actually really cool. It's super sharp. That was my cane. I'd go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I had to keep it here. It looks like cane, but I had the sword. Like, yo. But there was a guy who actually had like a limp. He was an older gentleman, and I gave it to him because he was like a brother in the church. I was like, yo, here you go. You actually use a cane. Yo, this can help you in the future. I mean, hey, why not? You know, Yeah, I saw it like someone was making that pretty big, like pretty cool. I'm like, oh, snap, they did that now. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, it was pretty cool. What episode of Assassin's Creed was that? Some of the Assassin's Creed I didn't play because they were like some weird stuff. So I'm like, nope. Okay, so is this the height or the depth? Okay, that's the depth. So we want to make that smaller. Is that good? That's still too big, Rick? Talk me, brother. Syndicate. I don't think I really played that one. I think I might have played a little bit of that one. Some of them like, is that the one like you're bad though? So I don't think I would stop playing. So like, why are you bad, bro? Assassin's Creed, you're supposed to be good. It's not like we're a group of like bad people, like thieves and stuff. I think that's that one, right? I was like, nah, bro. I ain't being no dirtbag. That's why I stopped playing. I didn't play GTA. I started thinking about like GTA. I played before I was Christian, but then afterwards, I'm like, wait, how am I playing this game where I'm just killing people? I'm hurting grannies and innocent people and killing police. I'm like, that's not cool. Like, why are we in the game? Once you start thinking about things, like, why would I play that? Not it yet? Okay. I'm like, yeah, like, let me see. Wait, why did it just delete my transfer? Transforming me. Here we go. Okay, give me a second. Keep going. Not good enough. I want better, bro. We want that cheap, you know, the bet. Wait, what just happened? We want you to boost. Here we go. All right. Well, you said 130 anyway, so that's not even 130. That's like the opposite. So let's go down to like 723. There we go. That much better, broski. That's about a third, right? And then we got to move the chat, and then we got to put that prove me wrong. Oh, maybe I'll put the prove me wrong down there, and then also put the chat like in the middle between the two. What do you think? There is no overlay. Why does it say overlay? There's no overlay. Oh, there's overlay in the back. Wait, why did they take my picture? I want to hit the overlay, bro. I want picture. That's it right there, I bet. So let me keep that locked. Cool. All right, let's get the prove me. No, maybe I should do the prove me wrong overlay. Oh, actually, I can do the prove me wrong overlay like this. Actually, let's put chat in there. There you go. Never mind. Push perspective. Just gotta make that longer, and then I'll put the chat in the middle. All right, so for this, we can switch that to like 1,000. Well, let's go 1,100. Oh, still 1,200. 1,200 might be too big. Yeah, 1,200 is perfect. Right, cool. What's up there? Wait, what is that? Oh, that's live stream now. Let's see, actually, let's see. Let me go small. Let's see. Nah, let's go back. Oh, there we go. Actually, that's perfect. Cool. All right. All right, we'll save that. Let's move the chat box. Boom. The chat box a little smaller. Boom. What should I put it there? Let's see. Oh, there. Yeah, there we hit. Boom. That it. Cool beans. Back. Now we chilling. We back. Thank you, broski. It said carry my Glock to church. LOL. Wait, what said carry my Glock? Carry my Glock to church. LOL. Wait, what? What said that? It said carry my Glock to church. Hey man, it seems like you might have to keep that thing on you because people keep trying to shoot churches up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, yo, you're tired of the world evil, so you decide to go to a church to shoot people? Not meant for a place full of dirtbags who are wicked. Let's shoot the people that are doing nothing but going to praise their God, which you're saying isn't there. But obviously, it's against hate toward God. Obviously. Oh, okay. Word. Yeah, come on. What you got? I like you trying, Waffle. Keep giving me this stuff, man. You know these controversial things, man. I'll be glad to. Like I said, and actually, I still missed that one that guy to come back. That one dude was like, yo, slavery is wrong, bro. Yeah, you can't prove this in your Bible. I mean, I was like, yo, you right. What's up? I agree with it. And then he's like, and then he just shut up. He didn't say anything. Like, that little clause, it only works for people who want to compromise. Homie, you got the wrong world, huh? But yeah, wait, what guns you got? Deagle? No, I thought I'd get a Deagle, but I was like, nah, I don't need that. Only thing I'm thinking about getting, I'm gonna upgrade to get a sniper, maybe a 50 cal sniper, but maybe if I get more land once I get a ranch, something like that, just have some more range. I got an AR. I have an AR as AR-16. AR-15. I got just AK-47. I'm not really fond of AK-47, bro, but just I'm saying, I ain't fond of AK-47. I mean, they're all right. They're reliable and they're super cheap. Is usually why people like them. But no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Just not like the biggest guns I want. Like I got my AR-15, which is like it's like an M4, but a different brand. I got a shotgun. I got semi-automatic shotgun. I got a couple pistols. Like a Beretta. I got another one that's like a Glock. I forgot. It was a Smith & Wesson, but it's like a Glock. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So as we get snipers to collection, now we have more range. Like I have my AR that has like a scope on it pretty far, and then I have a spotter magnifier as well, like to spot the distance. But I'm like, it does its job. But yeah, I'm like, if I want something eventually in the future, if things get crazy or some, you need a sniper for range, you want, there you go. You know what I'm saying? You need bunker with a wall of 50 guns. Yeah, see, I don't need all that now. It's probably, you talking about like the preppers and stuff, right? I used to watch those things back in the day. Something's like, yo, we're going to burn it. It's going right now in 5 minutes, yo, it's going in. And it's like, yeah, being prepared is good. I'm all about being prepared. Like, you know, you got food stuff, like in case things went crazy, like, you know, with the food stuff before. Like, just enough for, I mean, enough for months, like cans, etc., waters, things you need for that time. But, so it's going to be prepared, but then, yeah, people go overboard, obviously. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're like, something happens, you know, and you're just like, oh, nah, we don't have any food, we don't have any water, we don't have anything. Everyone's going crazy because, you know, when that happens, people are going to hit the stores and there's going to be all this looting and stuff and killing people. So, yeah, you're going to already be set. You don't have to worry about going to that where you're putting yourself in that situation where everyone's on edge, people are going to start killing. Like, you see people just killing each other right now for no reason. If that happens again, even though a lot of these people were retarded, it still blows my mind with the COVID thing and like the lockdown when people, I remember I went to the store, like, and there was food everywhere. I'm like looking at the cans, like, dude, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff on that. And it was full. Even like the white, you know, the wipes, there was wipes there too as well, but that was later. But like waters and stuff, I'm like, bro, I looked to toilet paper and I remember it was empty, like, and then paper towels. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I didn't even know about this because I was like, oh, people worry about the news. That's what they want. They want you to be fearful. So people, that's what they do stupid stuff. You don't think logically when you're scared. That's why they know that. So that's why they push you to be scared. But I was like, yo, why is there all this food and water with no? And I saw like, yeah, it was like that is the dumbest thing. Like people are like, hey, I can't eat or drink, but I got toilet paper. We set, baby. Like what in the world? But yeah, I just got lights. Like lights are better anyways. Like, why would you? I don't know, man. But yeah, that's what you can use anything. Who cares about that? That's the least amount of your issues if something like that happened. That's what people don't think, man. What about immigration? Do you think about border control, north and south, and airports? How do you think? What do you mean? How do I think about? I'm totally for border patrol everywhere. Like you look at the country, it's crazy how we're against border patrol. Like we allow all these crazy people come in. They constantly come in, rape, murder. They go right back over, or we deport them. They come right back in. Like yeah, it's an issue, and obviously everyone knows it's an issue because every other country. Most of them kill you if you get caught trying to come into their country. It's like, yo, we're supposed to be like, no, we're not gonna only not kill you or imprison you. We're gonna just allow you. We're gonna give you a free phone, free money, free food. We gonna hook you up better than our own people, baby. It's insane. Not to mention, you're cutting in front of all the other people that are doing it right systematically every year. You want to come and do it right, and then they're like, they have rights. No, they don't. They're criminals. They're breaking the law federally by coming over illegally. You get the point of illegal? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. That's why. And then all the kids that get lost and stuff there now, most of them, we have no idea where all so many of these kids are. Thousands of these kids. Oh, we don't know what happened. We gave them to this guy. These people, these 2 people, and now I don't know where they're at. Hey, but if someone calls the cops on you for, you know, anything they claim that you did, oh, you could possibly try to take away their kids. That makes a lot of sense, buddy. Yeah, we got so many issues, it's insane. Ain't nobody waking up, man. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. What are they gonna do? What's it called? Child custody? What is it called? Anyone remember what it's called? When a kid where they can just take your kids away, like. Well, I don't think this border thing is gonna ever get controlled. Well, yeah, no, it was pretty. We were talking about building a wall before Biden came in. It was actually going pretty well. They were involved in doing it. You know what I'm saying? Biden's like, hey, let's come on. Now we're gonna just everybody come on in, and then we had how many come in? We caught how many terrorists coming in as well? Like, duh, we're like, don't worry about patrolling people. Don't worry about checking who these people are or anything about them. Just let them all in. if you don't, you're racist. Like, that's wild. Yeah, it's insane. So yeah, so now it's obviously a lot of work again, but yeah, it should never have got to this point to begin with. And again, these are quite honest, obvious things. Like they're not. It's not like, oh, you have to be really smart to know this. It's just like common sense. Like you can't do this in other places, but somehow we're just like, yeah, come over here, come on, you got to do that. You got to do it. They got rights, and that's crazy how liberals say it. They got right. No, they don't. Hello, they're not a citizen. They're illegal. Illegal. We're illegal. Yeah. Good. If we close our borders, I feel like we would be trapped. We figure out a way that only Americans can go out. Well, yeah, you keep it how we have now, where Americans, you go out, they get back in, you go through the checkpoints. Like, it's just a systematic way of doing it. It's always worked. It worked for that background with the military. No one getting in besides those checkpoints. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, military you can still try to get in with if you try to hide or something. But yeah, you getting in. There's checkpoints. We know checkpoints work. Like check. You know, saying okay, people can still try to sneak in, of course, but you're not doing this thing with mass numbers. Just hey, everybody, come on now. And there's a lot of risk there because if you get caught, you get in prison. So yeah, and then probably sent back after some time. Yeah, we wouldn't be trapped. That's how it works. That's how other countries work as well. They have patrol around their borders. They have places that you're supposed to enter or not. They catch you out of the land, so they're trying to come in. They usually shoot you. Especially if you don't stop. They might arrest you, detain you, and imprison you. But well, yeah, but you gotta have starting points first before we get everything. We need to we gotta get to all the points and then expand our border patrol, which they keep trying to limit. But yeah, that way the areas that we know there's more traffic in, etc., we have people there, not just vehicles or people on foot. We have air patrol, to have their technology, to see night vision, etc. Night vision, by the way, is so cool, man. I actually thought about buying one just because it was so cool in the military. It was so cool, but they're so expensive. But yeah, off point, sorry. But yeah. So I mean, you gotta do one step at a time. Because the whole point is, that's why it's so big that people lose the foundational, the principle things. So we gotta focus on the fundamental principle things, right? Fix that first, and then we can increments, do step by step to fix and make things better. We're not going to just go from, hey, we haven't even got this foundation principle set yet. Oh, get to the ends. No, we need to get that set first, and then we can make the steps to making that adequate. But yeah, you don't get that done first, we're not going to get anywhere. And the problem is everyone's trying to appease all these other people, and you're not going to appease people, especially if they're wicked. You can do whatever you want, compromise. They're still going to want more. You can't. It's like evil. Like no evil person is good enough. You're not like, okay, I'll compromise with this. You're good. No, they're gonna keep coming out. I want more now. And that's the mission. When you compromise, now you're more screwed because you've always compromised that standard, that principle, that fundamental. So now you're screwed. Your foundation is no longer secure. You can't use that anymore because here's the reason when politicians compromise. Usually the person has them in their pocket because now I can use that against you if you try to be more harsh or more legit in this other sense. No to the bueno, man. No, I'm sorry. Like I said, anyone coming in, if you guys disagree with the title, you disagree with anything that's been said since you've been in here, decent amount of people, go ahead and feel free to say it, man. Join in the conversation, comments, or there's also a link. Here you go. You guys can voice those disagreements and hear the audio, you know what I'm saying? And voice your disagreements. Why I'm wrong, why waffles wrong, why pancakes are better. Like, go ahead and, go ahead. Woo-hoo! Very You like that? You like that? You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to. I thought it'd be nice to throw that in there real quick. Yeah. Don't be shy, guys. What else? What else we got? So we talked about that. We talked about LGBT, I think, several times. We talked about the border now. We talked about guns. Feminism is awful, detestable. What else? The black fatigue. What are you, Waffle? Are you white, black, Spanish, Asian, Indian? Oh yeah. Pancake. What's the one? Oh, it's not. I do that also because you can do this. Oh yeah, the little. Yeah. Dang, Rich. Oh snap! He's throwing shots. Oh snap! Wait. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's, for me, it's just depends on what mood I'm in. Like, textual-wise, you want a thicker, you know, as long as it's super, like, a little bit crisp, but also, like, super soft. The pancakes, I don't know, man. Yeah, some of the pancakes are done right, middle things. Wow, man, this man on that Texas stuff, bro. Like, so hopefully, God willing, I moved to Oklahoma, God willing, which means we're gonna be on sorry, right? You know, Oklahoma's gonna be better, man. It's all right. Oklahoma's more conservative, I'm just saying. White? Okay. What's your thoughts then, Waffle, on black fatigue? I switched the tables around now. That's you in the question. And yes, let's hear what you. I know you're not able to speak about this. Obviously, you have thoughts, but most people who are white don't speak on this because then people are like, "You're racist. You can't say anything." So they're forced to be in a position where they agree, or if they disagree, they just can't voice it because no matter what they say, no matter how true it is, it's automatically racist and dismissed. Yeah, that it is tough, quote unquote, right? Yeah, that's the easiest subject than the other one, bro. Like, you know, if it's tough, tells me you already agree. Because it would be an easy one if it wasn't. If it's tough, means like, ooh, you know the truth, I just don't want to say it because I'm white, and it's like, this is ostracizing our culture. If we talk about black fatigue, ooh, that's not good. Look away, you know. I'm saying. So you already gave me your answer by saying that. Thank you. Which is big, man. People are like that too. Like our actions and the words speak. Our actions speak way louder than our words. But sometimes even our words or our lack of words speak volumes more than saying words ourselves. That makes sense. Let me see. Didn't pretty well. Good. Hello. Lord. Only Jesus feels that. So basically, your lack of an answer gave a profound answer. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. There's so many words. I'm saying, well, yeah, you could be like advocating for Black Lives Matter instead of All Lives Matter, like that, like yeah, like because you know black fatigue they use in both realms. Yeah, black fatigue when people are like, oh, we're just victimized because we're black. Oh, the world hates us because we're black. We don't have any rights the whites do. It's just so racist. Or yeah, not talking about that. That's retarded. That's the dumbest thing in life. Not the victim though. I'm talking about like the black people where people are getting tired of black fatigue people because of stupidity, how reckless they are, how disgusting they act, how no shame, everything, victimhood about everything. You can't sell them anything, otherwise it's racist. And even if you're black, it's still like, yo, you're a puppet, you're a Negro, or whatever. It's the dumbest stuff. Token Negro. Yeah. And yeah, Black Lives Matter. Like they support that. It's only blacks on the pedestal. But All Lives Matter is wrong because there's more white people involved in it. Like, yeah, like that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Those people, you know, black Hebrew Israelites, they usually have Black Lives Matter with the Bible. Those guys, yes, all that. But people are like, yo, enough is enough, bro. Like that black guy stabbing that chick on the train for no reason besides she was just a white chick. You want to kill someone white, like. But yeah, they say it was a racist when a black guy is shot by a cop who's white, but the black guy's a dirtbag, usually with a gun in his hand, and the cop has a justified reason for shooting him. Like, no, it's racist, good. This is a white guy, arrest him. Yeah, all that stuff. They hate towards whites and Asians, by the way. I don't know what the Asian thing is. I just theorize it's off because Asians are so smart and really good at a lot of things, and the blacks usually are the opposite, besides sports. So They're like, yo, we don't blame everybody. It's all, we don't like them. They make us look bad. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait. I see people as humans now because, here we go. That's not answering the question, guys. Look how you doing the little circular thing. You try to run away, you're just like, square. I didn't ask you that, bro. I asked you, I didn't ask if people are human. I didn't ask you if your girlfriend was black, your first one. Or if you have a friend who's black. I have a friend who's black. He's in the FBI. What does that mean, bro? Like, that's not what I'm asking. Actually, I haven't talked to him for a minute. He's like, I would use that term loosely now. At least more cool back in the day. I don't really talk about stuff anymore. But yeah, you get the point. You know what I'm saying? That's not the question. No one said, do you have a friend that's black? Or black fatigue. People are getting tired of the blacks in America, pretty much. Because of not because of their skin color, because of their culture. Everything about black society and culture, if you know about the black culture, man. It's all about killing and murdering, drugs, and being the gangster, and murdering everyone, killing everyone, screw everybody. You don't care. It's all about you being a drug dealer and everything else stupid. Don't be jealous. Everything bad is that. It's nothing to do with skin color, because like there's a black guy that came over from Africa who had nothing, no family, nothing, and he's an engineer now, making big money, doing big things. But he was even like, what's wrong with black people in America? It's like something's wrong with these people. Like they're so lazy, they're so entitled, they're so problematic and like violent, yada yada yada. You know, he's from Africa. Africa, they're pretty bad there too, for no reason, because there's tribes and stuff, stupid stuff. But yeah, so he's like, yo, what's wrong? Why these people? What is wrong? He was like baffled. He was like black, like blacker than night. Like you couldn't see the dude unless he smiled at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like that kind of black. So, but yeah, it's like we're talking about the culture. Like, if you look at blacks back in the day, their culture, like, they were way different. They weren't like that. Nowadays, we become, and I say we because I'm half black, by the way. I just want to let you know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm half white, half black. So I'm just putting that out there. So, I mean, you probably didn't know that, but now you know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not about them being black. Oh, you're black. You can't, because there's some few legit black guys. I mean, some, not many. Majority are not legit. In America, anyways, it's because the culture. Like the culture, that's what they're doing. Yeah, but this is my whole point. See, you're missing the points there. You start going around. I'm talking about the culture. See, black culture, they're all raised in this culture. One of the biggest things is their dads are around. Black culture, black families, their dads are around. It's actually pushed like that. It's a good thing. Having baby mamas is like one of the top things. Like I mean, baby mamas, I got 12, baby. I got 12 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, disgusting. But yeah, we're talking about in general. That's why it's called black fatigue, because this is something they're cool about. Like, it's a majority of blacks. Look at the crime rate. Look at the violent crime rate. Blacks are like blowing everybody out the water, bro. So we're not saying again because it's skin color, but it's your environment, your culture that you're making, and blacks are making it to a point. It's them versus like whites. And this is what they're doing. The racist thing is always them. Like, you don't hear whites usually talking about race when they're talking about more now because of black fatigue, but usually they don't. It's usually the black always talk about race. Always is race. It's always a victim card. No matter what things I'm going around, it's because the guy is white or something, or because that person's black. It's always just because I'm black. Man, look, it doesn't matter. Mom, you don't know. I don't care if you like it. It ain't about what you like, bro. The truth don't mean I like it. Oh, man, the truth, man. I don't like that, man. No, it's facts. I'm speaking facts. When you look at statistics, data, you look at facts. You don't look at, I don't like this, so I'm not gonna, no, that talks, no. You see the prison system? Mostly blacks. And blacks make up a very small population of America. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta look at, what is these signs pointing to? Oh, they're pointing to we're being problematic. You see Thomas Sowell. This guy, I think, was he born right when not slavery. He was born in segregation, etc. He went through a bunch of things when he was younger. And I think his parents were slaves, something like that. Oh, no, slavery ended then. So like, I think it was like grandparents, like that. Something crazy. But like, he was telling stories like, he's been through it. And this guy's like, no, this thing now these blacks are doing is insane. It's crazy. But yeah, the culture, that's all they're talking about. If you're black, it's like the only race in America where it's cool to go to jail. Like, you get street cred for going to prison, bro. All you see in the videos is about drug dealing and being a gangster. Being a gangster is the idea. So in other words, being a dirtbag is their legitimacy. Just saying, you can't tell me another race that's strictly that. Gangster, no. If you, actually they had things, I remember when I was younger, like 10 years ago, if you were getting like, I remember there was a girl locally that was beat up by other black girls because she was being too white, because otherwise she was doing good in school. So the They don't want that. That's not good. They want to keep it like you see how black signers that say like there's no way out, but yeah, you can go to college, get FAFSA, right? Financial aid, anyone can get out of college, anyone can get out of the hood. And we always see waffle. You're doing the waffle right now. You're waffling, bro. I just said I didn't say everything. I said some legit black people. I said some of the skin color. It's a culture thing in America, but the black in general, the black. This is just a majority of blacks. It is. Majority of blacks vote liberal, vote Dem. This is just fact. I'm going with statistics, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's no way to change it. That's why I'm talking about it. If there's a way to change that, I'm like, condemn them all, man. But it needs to be addressed and talked about. No one's saying because of their skin color. I already just addressed this when I talked about the other guy who was more blacker than them, but like he's super black. Like he's the blackest black. You know what I'm saying? Besides his teeth. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, what's wrong with the blacks in America? Because you're still missing the connection here, brother. Coach, I'll give you definition of coach. I got you, bro. Oh, it's my jam. Okay? Culture, define. Bow. Okay, we'll see. No, I don't want to use this. Actually, we use that one. First one gives us arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. That's not the greatest one. There we go. The customs is usually the best terminology, but the customs, arts, I want to keep putting art. I guess there's a social art. The social institutions, achievements by a particular nation, people, or a social group, which is a pretty good thing. Like these customs of black, like what the blacks stand for in America. You look at a black guy in America, they stand for something. You see 30 years ago, 40 years ago, definitely different. Even back in segregation, blacks owned business. They were doing really well. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, something just shifted, and now we're just like, yo, no, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want, yo, you talk Wayne. And see, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's the liberal stuff. See, you ain't legit, man. You proving my point. What do you mean it's not your place to speak, bro? It's not, you're the one making the color thing. I'm not black, so I can't speak on it. That's retarded. And you just contradicted yourself from earlier. It's not about the skin color, so then you should be able to speak on it. You ain't making no sense. You ain't consistent, dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So like I said, it has to get fixed. You know what I'm saying? It only gets fixed by addressing it. You don't address an issue by like, nope, I don't see it. No, man. No, it doesn't work that way, man. Feel. Yeah, I mean, and if that's the case, it's just weird. How come you didn't have a bunch of black friends? You said, oh, I had my first girlfriend was black, one, singular. And I have a friend that's black. Means you don't have a bunch of black friends. Your friends are a bunch of probably white, which I do as well. I mean, there's a reason you didn't say. I'm just learning. I'm just putting it out there too. I didn't say that. I just said I don't pay attention to stuff because I don't. You don't have to look at stuff up, bro. It's just common sense. Like they're the ones who constantly talk about race. I remember back in the day. Thinking about later, I was like, you hear them always talking about race, how everyone else is so racist. And I thought about when I was younger. I used to be heavily in the black community. I was like, dude, now that I think about it, all the black dudes I knew were so racist against whites. Anytime I was a white guy, white boy, like, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I'm like, man. But that's something in the background. And I'm like, yo, that's insane. You let it go out and you start going around, man. Touch grass, man. Didn't you tell me to touch grass? And you were trolling. I knew you were. That's why I paid attention to it. But still, like get outside, man. Get outside, look at God's beauty, yo. The stars, you know what I'm saying? The moon, the clouds. So cool. Yeah, canvas. People who keep coming in and out, go ahead, guys. You guys think I'm wrong? Challenge it. Make your statement, man. Say your case. And man, you still need to get in here. Stop being a bot. I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Now you're talking stupidity. See? You know what I miss? You talking some facts. Oh wait, you ain't talking none. Yeah, black people, man, you gotta get that back. I'm saying life is all I'm saying. Like, you gotta fix it. How we gonna fix it? Tell people, make sure we start condemning and shaming a society of no dad around. About not providing, not being a deadbeat. About this gangster stuff, it's horrible. Like, start switching the tides. Woman, you hear some of the songs. I heard a couple songs by my friend back in the day, like on the radio. I'm like, what the? This is what women were saying. It was like the most disgusting, like the like this is what they're like, yo, what do we, yeah, it needs to change, man. There's no way they're gonna you can't affect by that. And that's what's the majority, it's the popular things. What do I think about whites? LOL. Okay. I think they're white. So we have that. Okay. I mean, they're white. I mean, yeah. I did tell, I told a couple friends back in the day, and actually I told them this like a long time ago. I was like, the whites, like the dudes, need to start manning up, because it's weird. Like, I remember watching it, I was like, why are y'all just letting these people say all this crazy stuff, and y'all are just like being quiet? Like, it's only gonna get worse if you don't step up and speak. Who cares if they call you a racist or stupid? It means nothing. Like, racism lost its meaning. It doesn't mean anything anymore, because now everyone just throws this like racist. You lose it, racist. I don't want to deal with it. And I was like, you gotta speak truth, man. Who cares about what they call you? They're gonna call you that no matter what. But if you allow that to keep happening, when you just put your head down, and we see it's definitely got worse. So now you see a bunch of guys like, hey, no, enough's enough. I'm not being silent anymore. But it's like, that's my point from the get-go. You shouldn't have been silent to begin with, because it's only gonna get worse. Like, stop compromising, stop being weak, speak up. Like, when I go out walking around, dudes always, white dude, I was, so it's like mostly white dudes, but they always like, they don't want to look at me like, bro, why y'all so scared? Just walk around like a man, bro. Like, what happened to society? But that's black guys doing it too. Yeah. Here's the hardest question. Think about this one. Do you think humans migrated from Africa? That's the hardest one? That's retarded. We need migrated from Africa. Like, from the beginning? No. And that is not a hard question. That's like, pretty easy. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go, yeah. Oh, so you really African then, yo. So then you could definitely talk on the black stuff, because you really black, yo. You got some brighter skin, you know. The pigmentation didn't hit as hard. It must have been a glitch in the system, you know what I'm saying? Some of your strands must have got taken out or missed. Some kind of mutation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I know the way. So what's up, man? What's up, my black friend? What's up, dude? What's up, yo? What else we got? Where's every these people just keep coming in? They don't want to speak though, dude. That's how race coming to you. There you fine. No, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, it's not. Okay, wait. So basically, we used to swim in water. Oh my gosh, what are you saying? Okay, so man, you must be back to Sean. That is the dumbest statement ever. Like, yo, not to mention another question is their tackle. At the tackle is like, how can you go from we were in water, right? So we had gills and we didn't have lungs. How did that switch happen? Can't do both. Had to be some part when they switched, but they came out of water, they would have died. Didn't have lungs yet. How could you have lungs in the water? You were suffocated and lungs would form. And not to mention the monkeys were just that they used to be so laughable even when I was like not Christian. Like, that is the dumbest. Like, it's just so obvious. Like, evolution happens and somehow though the monkeys stopped and they were just like, I'm done. And we're like, yo, how come the monkeys aren't evolving anymore? We're like, no, we will. Like, so retarded. Wait, you're advocating? You know evolution is not proven at all, and it's actually been disproven on many accounts, and it's the reason people are leaving evolution in the like atheists don't really acknowledge it. Their evolution is different now. Like, they're distancing themselves from Darwinism evolution, because the things he thought are wrong. He actually admits he's wrong. He already admitted he had several issues, which we already know. But two, he said there was a gap. There's a gap. But two, he said that if this thing worked this way, where things just happen instantaneously, versus like what he was suggesting, right? That it would be. I don't know. Waffle's always saying the crazy thing. It's true, but basically, he was saying that he would be wrong. And we know now with DNA, etc., that it does happen that way. Like things are instantaneous, complex, complexity of irreducibility, and yeah, which just proves their evolution. You know, there's Christian creationists who are scientists, right? Like there's creationist scientists who are anthropologists, and they aren't, buddy, I don't know what you're saying right now. Human evolution, we still go with it. But if you look at what they're pushing, and I said Darwin's theory, which any evolutionist will admit, that's the basis for anything they do. His theories are flawed. So even if they distance themselves from him, they're already automatically failed. They don't work. There's so many problems with evolution, it's insane. I recommend you, let me see about this channel. Actually, there's a channel, and they actually go deep into this. It's crazy. Let me see. Let me find it for you. It is called. There's actually a good video about this one too as well. Wait, I don't have it on this one. Oh, there's some other. Let me see one second. I think it's creation in Genesis. Let's see, where is it at? Here we go. It's Genesis history. There's actually bars. You should definitely check that out. And there's another one this guy has, but I need to find it. I should do my history actually. Let me check. We'll check. I'll see if I can put in the link. Here we go. Daily Dose of Wisdom is the guy's name, but here's the copy link. What is it? Copy share. Copy link. And we're gonna post it in here. But you can't even get it there. Actually, I'll have to copy paste that person. Here we go. There you go. Human evolution is not a thing, bro. I think you're confusing, which a lot of people do. They confuse evolution with natural selection, and we don't. Creationists agree with natural selection. But what evolution does is try to suggest that natural selection creates new gene pools of things outside of what already had, and that's retarded. Like no dog will have wings. Like there's gene pools, right? You have two pools of genes, like from mom and dad, that will come to the dog, right? The offspring, but it only comes out of those two gene pools. It doesn't create a new one. Like it won't be like, you don't see a dog with wings. That makes sense? Because it's not. It's only selected, only those there. So sometimes those numbers can even get lost or just mutated or destroyed, so that it changes. So now that those aren't available anymore, so the choice number is smaller, but it doesn't go to new things. It's ludicrous to even suggest that. Here's the reason not to mention it. One thing you have to realize about science is most of it's fairy tales because it's supposed to be theory, right? And most of it is just, again, theory, but most of it's best guess. Like a lot of it's supposed to be observable, and everything about human evolution, there's how much proof for it? How much? None. Ever. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. Nada. There has to be a change of kinds, and there has never been, never will be. Bro. Closest thing to get to is adaptation, which no one disagrees with. So. Wait, what? Oh, I sent to the other one. Dang it. Let me go to the other one. Oh, did that post? You posted the wrong one, is it? What did it? Y'all did it post? What? Hold on, one second. I'll get back to you. I'm in a second. Let's see if it's posted. Dude, is it not posted? Oh. Okay. I'll have to send it. We go on other page or some of this because it's not so interesting. I'll send it to myself again. Discord. I haven't sent it to myself, so I can just pop it up over here. Yeah, it's not letting me post. There's some reason why one. All right. There we go. All right. Wait. Well, it's gonna be a Discord thing, bro. What? There we go. I actually posted a Twitch for YouTube. Twitch. Oh, I'm not logging in Twitch in this one. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, no, I'll copy and paste over here. Yeah, no, watch that, dude. You don't know anything. That's the problem, unfortunately. If you look into evolution, makes no sense at all. It's nothing but contradiction after contradiction. And actually, there's nothing supported. There's no ever change your mind, change your kind, excuse me. And yeah. And it's not. What do you mean? Sorry, not modern. So modern humans haven't been living on Earth. No, what? You know they don't even agree with that. No, you look at the atheists. There's no consensus. They all disagree. Actually, some people say 2 billion. Some say like 1 million. Some say like 500,000, 800,000. Some say like 100,000. They don't agree because there's no way to know. It's just stupid guessing. It's people being idiots. Like, no, to my calculations, if this did this, it must mean that this means this and then this and this. And that has to mind that right now, what's going on right now has to be a consistency throughout all of time, and that's retarded. Not to mention outside of time and space. That's not, excuse me, not time and space, but outside of the Earth's atmosphere, in space, there's no such thing as empty space. Everything constantly changes, and there's no consistency across that. So to suggest such is idiotic, and it's not something we observe now. But that goes way past the point of the Big Bang makes no sense, bro. This is why you like, this is why I'm not Christian, man. Like you prove something, but in reality, you're just showing ignorance because we talked about how can show me in science where something comes from nothing. The conversation is over there. The dumbest, most idiotic statement in history is that most atheist scientists have left that to the point of design now. A designer. They're just not acknowledging God. They're like aliens. But they know that Darwinianism is wrong. It doesn't make sense. Human evolution is retarded. There's no proof at all of evolution. Zero. It never has been. So how can you be like, this is right? We just don't have any proof for it, but it's good. And you gotta believe us because we smart. Our name, we have doctors in our name. We like the letters. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, just trust me, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Zero. Look it up right now, which you're probably already doing. There's no proof for evolution. There's never been observed. Science is supposed to be observable. It's test and study, replicated. So if I test something, which I talk to my wife and people all the time about, people are like, oh, this study says this. Like, that's not observable. That's stupid. Because to legitimately, adequately test something, you have to be able to have both A and B the exact same and be able to change one variable of it to make sure that you know it's specifically that variable that's drastically changing it. We don't have that. There'll be so many different variables and we'll still automatically assume that one variable is what changed everything. What you can't do is you have to be able to perfectly replicate it again. And then not only just do that, but test it and do it over and over again to make sure that one variable is consistent in what it's doing. We don't have that for most, we don't do it. And most of like this thing you're talking about, like evolution, is brain, it makes no sense. It's literally fairy tales. Who said outer space doesn't exist? When did I say that, bro? I didn't. So you ain't understanding what I'm saying, my dude. How are we living then? How does space expand? Actually, that's funny. Go back to the Bible because God tells us that space expands. We recently just found that out. Our scientists recently, like what, a few years ago? Man, I don't think more than 10. So what God told us thousands of years ago, thousands upon thousands. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying? Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Okay. So you don't know Wildfire. I'm a PhD candidate, which means all I have to do is finish my dissertation, which I've been not really doing. So I'm not worried about right now. And I'm a doctor. I'm a PhD. You know, the highest that you can get. It doesn't mean jack squat. You know, most people, almost all of them in my classes are so stupid. It's unbelievable. Like, I mean, dumb. I'm like, dude, how are y'all in these levels? Like, y'all are stupid. Like, stupid. And the problem as well with this society and the way we have structure of school is that all these people are doing is just restating, paraphrasing what they're reading in the books that we're studying. Like, there's no actual intelligence in it. There's no demand for critical thinking. So whenever we would challenge things, they would actually speak on their own behalf. They would show their ignorance. Like, they don't have, like, dude, they're stupid. So yeah, this whole stupidity of like, oh, you have doctors, so you must be smart. No, it doesn't mean jack squat. It's just letters. It means you have some more expertise, like, in that area. But just because you have expertise doesn't mean you're automatically smart. What you're saying is right. It's nothing. It just means you put more effort in that. You have like some kind of certification for it. It's almost like my tattoos right now, right? Different topic, but these are a physical thing you could see of my sin in the past, right? Versus someone who was a murderer. You won't see that their sin, but it was still there. Does that make sense? The letters just mean it's just something you see that, you know, this person studied that. Doesn't mean what they're saying is right. Most people, there's a lot of people with doctorate course. Look at people who are pastors, who have doctorates, and they're saying the most outrageous things in life. That doesn't mean anything. It's just letters. Yes, Big Bang did not. Again, you're doing the thing again without honesty. Show me proof of the Big Bang. No theorist, no philosopher, no atheist, scientist who's against Christianity, the creationists, they can't even start with the first step. Because Big Bang is how you start. It's the beginning of the story. They can't even get that part right. How can you can't go from there? Right? So you have a creationist story, right? God said let there be light, right? He just makes everything, universe, right? Boom, done. With atheism, how does your story start? There was nothing. And then somehow there was an explosion from... Okay, can you please replicate that, please, for me? We can't. Can you ever tell me when you observed that ever in life? We can't. Can you tell me when something that ever blows up creates something, and something so complex and sophisticated that it's mind-boggling? We can't. What does it do when it blows up? Oh, it causes destruction. Oh, it destroys. Oh, well, what about when things come out? Something has to come out of nothing, right? It has to. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, well, it should. And we like it, and we think it's right because we're like, we don't want God, so we're going to just go with it, even though it's the most ignorant thing. So you can't move past step one with atheism. Yeah, you might learn there with that, but again, there's nothing, but yeah. Yeah, because humans didn't exist when the... Okay, Waffle, you're not understanding this. Okay, there's nothing to do with humans existing. Nothing. So you have to imagine nothing. Like nothing. Nothingness. Zero. There's no numbers. Not a mere numerical. It's not like a low number. It is absolutely nothing. Nothing exists. Nothing's there. And then an explosion just happens. From nothing. Can you imagine, like, that's like saying right now something crazy, like, my pinky blew up randomly, which would not make any sense at all. Like, on its own. It just randomly just... Doesn't make sense because there's nothing there electrical or anything, right? That would cause it can make it just blow up. It doesn't make sense. But at least that would still be way more sounds than there's nothing here. It's nothing. And then just nothing just exploded and created a whole universe and everything and the planets and just like from nothing. Once you took the emphasis on nothing, just putting that in there. Yeah. And then these retards come out, talk about some whale came out, and then the whale somehow was like a polar bear, and like they put all these different things. Like, how are you even getting that idea? Oh wait, there's no evidence for anything. So you're just going off of fantasy. You literally just like a comic book. Well, this thing must be. It probably was like it's big, so it must have been like a polar bear became the whale, and then they switched, and then it became like a frog, and the frog somehow changed, and then like yeah, the Big Bang is not in the Bible. Some people who suggest it and they say like it could be true because like God just let it happen, or it could be like, ooh, it could be an explosion because everything just expanded and it just blew up, which I don't know why it would blow up. It would just like everything just happens, boom. But God is just like, yo, let there be light. Everything's here, but like who knows if it's a Big Bang, yo. Yeah. And then human evolution, like I said again, which is like the smartest people did what? Made up a fairy tale, and you're like, yeah, it's true because if you're smart. Oh, she's like, yeah, you're smart. You go off of what? You go off of facts. Whenever you go with any area, if you're looking for truth, you have support for that. They have, again, none. Never have. And like I said, Darwin actually believed there was a God. And so his daughter died of leukemia, and he was like, yo, that put a nail in my coffin for my God, man. I mean, for God. He wasn't Christian, but he was like, that puts a nail in the coffin. Like, that's not how it works. And yeah, there you go, quoting script. Okay, yeah, I already said that. God created the heavens and the earth, yeah. Where we missing, bro? Where we at, yo? Like, how we just, am I missing something? Created in the world, somebody that needs the Big Bang, like, yo, okay. Ah, man. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you just put that part there. I was just like, I don't know if you trying to connect something. I don't know if you get spiritual and you were like, yo, you right. You right, man. That's cool. But yeah, it's laughable. Like I said, Doc, I'm telling you, if you go back to Origin's book, actually that video, I think it talks about it. He refutes himself. He says it himself. Actually, I'll pull it in right now so you can hear it. He refutes himself beforehand because he doesn't know about DNA and stuff yet. Back when Darwin makes his theory, right? He just hates God. He's like, yo, this animal must mean this, right? So then once he says this, and these two scientists who aren't, I don't think they're Christian. I know one's not. The other one's like, I don't think he's a Christian. He's not anti-Darwin though. So he's not against Darwin. He's trying to be like nicer. They guide him and says in the thing, like, you guys are trying to be nicer. But John Lennox, who's actually super smart, he's actually one of the more legit scholars, because most scholars aren't legit. Even the Christians, they compromise on a lot of things. But he's even like, this guy's just like destroys him. You two are like trying to be like nicer to him, like distance it, but he refutes himself. Like if he was 30 years in the future, 50 years in the future, he would be like, yeah, my theory's wrong. Because he says, if this is true, my theory of evolution is false, it's wrong. And then we find out now that his theory that he said if it was true, it's true. Because now we know about DNA and genes and how this all works. And his theory is wrong. But yeah, I have that link. You have the link right there, bro. Check it out if you don't believe me. I'll play it right now for you, actually. Since we're sitting here just vibing anyways. No one's going in yet. No one's mentioning anything. But let me see. And this other guy that's me talking is actually a super smart guy. He's a scientist. He's a doctor. So you go off this thing, he's a doctor. And he's a doctor about this. I don't think he's a physicist or what. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'll put the mic right here so you can hear it. Actually, hold on. Here we go. Let me pause this right here, the music, so you can hear it. Here we go. Yo, I ain't denying the plan to do what I'm saying where it is. What's happening, Jimmy Quick? God bless, bro. Hope you're doing awesome. I'm gonna play this real quick. I won't be talking for a couple minutes. We're gonna play this thing. Actually, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go take a leak. I'll leave this playing while I go. It's a 14-minute clip though, so let me see. Can I skip towards it? Actually, I'll just play the first part first. Let me see, and then I'll push that part in there. 1 sec.
Follow that way. Darwin. Darwin himself were alive.
Thank you. Rick is awesome. Help me adjust it again because Rick, you're the man. Do that.
He would his own theory because the cell does possess this idea of irreducible complexity that Darwin said if it does, then that means that his theory cannot play itself out in this way.
Probably it's got a motor. When you let it, we can't fall. You thought it might just bubble up from this.
Hey, now, brother.
And
Yeah, Mike Beatty is his name. He's a biochemist, like a leader, like a lead, like a big dog, like top guy, like over like the leading expert.
So it looked like a little piece of jelly, and they knew nothing about molecules.
So let me skip it.
Quote by Charles Darwin. That being said, let's do it.
Darwin and
Right.
they didn't know much about the cell.
Right.
They had carbon microscopes that looked like a little piece of jelly, and they knew nothing about molecules. And we now know that light and elementary also that's simple to them. So so logically, that's correct. So like Jello or jelly, they thought it might just bubble up from the sea. But modern science, in the past 70 or so years, has shown that the cell is run by molecular machines, real machines made of molecules and really sophisticated ones, where there are things that act as propellers, machines that act as trucks to bring supplies from one side of the cell to the other side of the cell. So when you magnify these days, the unknown about cells, is they're not little blocks of Jello. That's right. If they're inside a cell and you're looking at a city, pretty much. Yeah, that's right. It's got electrical apparatus, it's got vehicles, it's got information, it's got all sorts of things. And the problem with irreducible complexity is, if you think about it, machines are made of different parts. Say a lawnmower, it's got a blade, it's got a motor, wheels, stuff like that. But Darwin always insisted that his theory had to work by numerous successive slight modifications and had to be very, very gradual. But if you kind of build a machine, like a lawnmower or a mousetrap,
like a mousetrap. Yeah, it's simple. Even I can get it in my.
Yeah. Just think about a mechanical mousetrap. It's got a number of different pieces. Now, if you wanted to build something like that slowly and have each part or each intermediate work, you've got a big problem, because needs all of the parts to work. It needs a spring, a wooden base, a couple other metal parts. And just to capture that concept, I invented the phrase irreducible complexity because it's complex, can't reduce it, or in one case it just doesn't. And the mousetrap doesn't work, right? Yeah, or it could not. The mousetrap. Think of one case for one of these fantastically complicated machines in a cell. Right? It doesn't function, and therefore could not have conferred an adaptive advantage.
Right. DNA is almost like a microscopic time capsule that was full of historical
And could not be built gradually.
to get your DNA kit, but my other kid would get $29.
Doesn't function, and therefore could not have conferred an adaptive advantage. Right. And could not be built gradually and improving each step of the way.
And they just confer no functional advantage. Therefore, there's nothing for natural selection to select on the way from the simple to the complex. There was a time when the scientific community believed that the Earth was the center of the universe under the Ptolemaic model. This is a great thing to bear in mind when we think about Darwin and we think about the cell. Darwin didn't have the tools that he needed at the time to be able to look rightly at the cell in the same way that Ptolemy didn't have what he needed to be able to understand that the Earth was not the center of the solar system, that not everything revolves around us, but actually we're revolving around the sun. Let's continue.
Well, Michael, does that, what interests me greatly about that is the gradual building up, is the stepwise ascent. Whereas I like to say that contemporary biologists like Dennis Dover, who I mentioned, are saying, but look, you have to take the whole cell into consideration, that this is top-down causation, and that would frustrate any concept of building things up anyway by numerous slight accretion. Was that true? Well, that if you go that way, then you're left Darwin far behind. Yes, you've left randomness far behind. But they are doing that. They're leaving it far behind.
But top-down is actually a metaphor for the action of an agent and changing things with a plan in mind. Yeah, right.
Well, John Lennox just swats Darwin aside. But the two of you, it's a much more agonizing process. We try very hard to be fair to the man. Two quotations, Michael, two quotations. Charles Darwin in The Origin. Darwin himself writes this. If it could be demonstrated that any complex organ existed, which could not possibly have been formed by numerous successive slight modifications,
This is the part that's the
life theory would absolutely break down. Close quote. That's Darwin. He puts the test right there in 1859. Here's Michael Behe. The question then becomes, are there irreducible complex systems as well? Yes, there are many.
Let me just very briefly say
Stop,
that
Lloyd.
this is an extremely dramatic point. In other words,
Oh, yeah, all him explain is actually.
if Darwin himself were alive today, he would refute his own theory precisely at this point because the cell does possess this idea of irreducible complexity that Darwin said if it does, then that means that his theory cannot play itself out in this way. Wild and very significant. Let's continue.
Here's an objection. The objection runs, all right. It's very hard to say.
I'll keep it.
All of that mousetrap, beginning with a little wooden platform and true. It can't work until all the pieces are in place. On the other hand, suppose you're doing
Oh, please just one bit.
2 or 3 pieces, and they sit around for centuries.
Seaboard.
For an advantage on the organism, they don't harm it either. So they're these strange accretions on which natural selection is neutral. It doesn't select for them, but it doesn't select against them. And then after eons and eons, we'll worry about the match later. Absolutely, and suddenly it functions. Plausible? No, that's ridiculous. I mean, realistically, would you have
Oh yeah, I just leave it there because that this place is not that one part. He was trying to like explain something like, what can this possibly make this? Yeah, no, that's crazy. Okay, my bad. I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, not to mention, like I said, these people with theory, like they're even like you said. He said being fair to the man. I think they're just sorry about to like go against too much because they know the community would be up in arms. The scientific community would be like crazy. Yeah, you can tell that one guy that's talking. He looks like a very timid guy. Really smart, but really timid. But yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can have theories, but theories are supposed to be based upon evidence and support, and they don't have that. It's just they want this to work. I have a worldview that there's no God. I have to make this work some kind of way. But as you saw, like I said, Darwin refused himself. Like he refused himself in many different areas. But this is huge because this is the cellular molecular buildup. Excuse me. Well, like I said, so basically, Darwin thinks he talks about how things, and we talk about evolution and things like successively over a long period of time. System like somehow just keep coming versus which like I said we know he give the example like the lawnmower, right? We know that it has to only work within the parts. If you want the part, it can't just so basically his theory is like, oh, first you got this blade, then you got the motor, and then you got like the lever, like that just supposedly was like work, and it's like that doesn't, we don't ever see that. That's retarded. That makes no sense. Versus you can't reduce it. If you reduce it at all with its complexity, that's what's called irreducible complexity, then you don't have anything at all. So his theory doesn't make sense at all. Plus it's top-down causation, which means I guess caused from the top going down. Not what Darwin's trying to say, like from the beginning, you had this one little thing, and this one little thing turned into this, and it started getting bigger. So once like a little amoeba, like a little cell, and the cell started getting this, and it started getting some like legs or fins. It depends on what part you're starting, your fish or like whatever, frog, and then like a tadpole, and it's like started getting bigger, and then eventually it got legs, and eventually that became successful all the time. Let me get some arms. And I don't know, at one point maybe it had lungs and gills, but that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't work. Yeah, this is a joke. It doesn't make any sense scientifically. And Darwin didn't know about DNA except back in 1859, as I said. So, yeah. But now we have way more knowledge. Like I said, not 70s, like 50 years ago, we got DNA stuff started getting introduced. But now we know way more. And we know that his theory makes no sense. It's retarded. It's done. Hence the reason a lot of people are leaving that, which the guy even said. Like, he just told me that the Linux guy just destroys it. He's super smart. Those two dudes are like, still like, yeah. Which the guy's like, they're trying to be more careful. He said fair, but not being fair. The guy just refuted himself. He said his own theory is flawed. He even said it. If this is true, he knows his theory is done. And we know it's true. So by his own admission, but those two dudes are trying to be like more like, we're going to be careful how we say this. Like John Lakes is like, yeah, that dude's an idiot. But I don't care. Like how he, like I said, he's one of the more legit scholars, John Lakes. Plus, like I said, the guy even said that he said that, like, yeah, once you do that as well with Darwinism, because Darwinism also supports like everything's just random, which means there's no like true law or patterns or logic, and that's stupid. Which means you might not your cell in your head. That means your brain is just your thoughts, your mind is just random. Everything's random. Which at that point, then you couldn't even argue logic because everything in your head is just random. It's just like random emotional chemical things that are happening. Basically, it's like there are combustions, like are there the explanation for it. I think it was C.S. Lewis that talked about that. That was one of the things that turned him to Christian because he used to be atheist, and then he realized like one of his people in college pointed him out about that, and then that was one of the things that changed him because he's like, that's crazy. That means that there's no logic, and that my thoughts and rationale and it's just chemical reactions. That's insane. That's ludicrous. And he showed like because he tried to prove God wrong for a while and he couldn't. But you see actually a bunch of people who actually truly look into the truth. You see them try to expose God and make him like prove him wrong, and all they do is end up proving him right and then become legit. They're like, yo. Yeah, you got any question? Ask him, man. Ask him, man. Then why you not money, bro? Boy, Rick, making me mad, man. Making me mad. I'm gonna have to pull out my black side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys have a message, man. Go ahead and feel free to say it, Let me your message. If you agree, you disagree with the title, different things we talked about, different things you've heard here, you think it's real, let us know. Let us know, yo. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, like I said, the theories, like I said, should be based off truth. Like, yo, Nick is a bot. Like, that's the theory that's just been proven. But I have evidence while I'm proving, like, I'm thinking that theory, you know what I'm saying? Versus theirs is just like, I don't like God, so so we got to make some things up. You have to create, something has to have a beginning to make this all, like, where we're going to go. That's what I say, yeah. They didn't deny it again, but do you think there will be a cure for cancer in the future, or is the government hiding it? Oh, yeah, I didn't deny that. When we denied that. We talked about something about, like, just about, like, how cancer came out, like from all the crazy stuff we put in, like, it's a recent thing. And what all of a sudden we're like, wait, everyone's getting cancer. I was like, how? And then new cancers keep coming. And we're like, we're not putting one and one together. Like, yo, we didn't have this issue before. We're getting more advanced, but now somehow we're getting more of these diseases that weren't hit before. Besides, then we're like finding out we put all stuff in our food and stuff. It's getting me to decide. But yeah, there would be a cure for cancer? Maybe. I don't have a lot of, or is the government hiding it? I mean, it could, I guess, both. I don't know. A lot of big conspiracy theories. I mean, but I mean, I do know that a bunch of conspiracies take place, but I'm not like, well, guys, it must be, yeah, I know. It's proof everywhere. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, most. First Christian person, and the first Christian person, what? Holy smokes. What happened, man? You gotta talk to me, man. I don't know how to take this message. It's a good thing. Which one? Am I the first? Like, I'm like, yeah, like both. And you're like, what? Usually Christians say no to them or something. Or I don't know what. Oh. Sinners were slain. Oh. They don't believe in cures and technology. What? There's no cures. I'm anti-cure. No. Okay. So I was gonna say, oh, and the technology too, actually, yeah. What you see on it? I have Amish people here and they come by sometimes, but yeah, they drive cars and stuff now. So it's like a switch. Like they're like doing some of it, but just not all of it now, I guess. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, he was like one of the biggest advocates. Yeah. That's crazy. There's no. So they pushed for it for so long. That was like the thing for the longest. We gotta do this because of global warming. This because of global warming. Hey, global warming's coming. We're gonna die. Hey, this global warming. Now it's just like, nah, not a thing. Not a thing at all, guys. I was just making it the whole time. How are liberals taking that? Because that's like the big guys for everything. I remember isn't California? Is California still? I don't think that's still that law. Like no straws. I think they had a law like you couldn't have straws. Like they were outlawed because of the global warming and the water and stuff. It's bad. Stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no one, which is just crazy. I mean, because global warming is it's not a big deal like people make it. Because they always use it. It's just a crazy thing. Let's and that's actually my perfect point too about the guns, yo. Like you're gonna make a law, the criminals aren't following the law to begin with, so that doesn't make any sense. Like we're gonna make a law for the people who follow the law, so that way they can get innocently victimized. Because the criminals, obviously, by definition, are criminals, means they're against the law, they don't follow it. Like they do, like what are they doing? Like guys, guns are outlawed. And criminals like, oh, okay, I was gonna go rob next week. I'll just rob with my knife. I can't rob with a gun because it's illegal. Well, but dang it. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's wild. Yeah, Bill Gates, I don't even like that. That guy, yeah, that guy is definitely like him and the elites too. I forget what's that German elite guy. He fully like openly admits like, yeah, I want to eliminate the whole world besides like 1% of the elites. Cleanse it. Yeah. Great. Oakland. Yeah, I believe it. Nah, no falling asleep, bro. We talking about straws over here, and you falling asleep? Unbelievable. Where? Have a great night, brother. Hey, please. Yeah, God bless. I'll use it again during a zombie. Well, I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you're gonna hit the gun, and you're probably gonna be too late. Because that's usually the first place everyone, you know. But how you gonna use a gun? You said you wanted the anti-gun. I mean, you can't use it. Period. Which one is it, man? See, the principles are important. Either you against it or for it. You're like, I wouldn't use it unless I had to shoot zombies. But then also at that time, if that did happen, which like, I mean, actually, you could have like I think what's called the crazies. That actually could be like a more realistic zombies because like it was like a chemical thing in the air and they made people just go crazy and they were like zombies. They didn't eat people, but they just would kill them. Like they're more insane. Which actually, if you think about it, I think zombies is a thing like more from like a biblical thing. I think a lot of concepts people get like biblical concepts. Like zombies are like the world who are just like they're seeking after the flesh. You know, like they're dead, seeking after the flesh. The Bible talks about constantly. I'm saying they're dead spiritually, seeking after the flesh. That's what zombies are. Zombies don't make sense in reality. because they're just like they're dead. Their bodies will decay, but yet their bodies like they can still walk and everything. Their stuff, the organs, the work that they do. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, they just only want to eat flesh. Like, why do you want to eat? It doesn't make sense. But that's all they know. I just want to eat. Like, what? That's yeah. It's just a lot of issues. But in general, yeah, you see how they just want the dead wants flesh. So I was like, that's actually like if you think about it biblical. Like, that's what the world is. They're dead, right? Dead in no sin. All they want to do is go after the flesh. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a good movie. It was alright. Not a fan. You check that out. Not a fan. Courageous was actually pretty good too. God's Not Dead was pretty good as well. Later ones, actually, the last one was actually pretty good. Surprisingly. Oh, the kid is the best in Walking Dead. I don't know who that is. That's why he's so faithful in his religion. That's why he's so wise. He watched me like when people I watched, yeah, man. I'm like, he's real, he's one of the best because I don't know what that guy is, but yeah, he's so faithful. That's why he's wise. Oh, right now the series, he's a Christian, so yeah, it's a worldly show though, so it doesn't really mean much. What else we got, guys? Are we waiting? Well, we got. What else do we got? No, I feel. Yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, dude. No one has any. That's what I'm talking about. No one's even disagreed to that. No one coming in here like, yo, this is wrong. So I guess it's different bad, I guess. So tell me why you vote for Trump. I haven't asked you that. I mean, the first time, now you fault the man. Even now, I think he's one of the people that don't, but that doesn't. Like he's not scared to speak truth. Yeah, he has arrogancy and he acts too prideful at times, but he's a straight shooter. Like he tells it how he feels it, and he, like I said, he gives it. He's not scared to speak his mind, and he's not in the pocket. Like you see other people, politicians that are usually they're in the pocket, but he's so rich already on his own that he doesn't have to be in someone's pocket. He actually loses his money by being president, and everything he stands for as a president, you can't fault the man. I mean, there's a couple smaller things, like the woman that's like his head of ministry or something crazy, but like policy wise, so I think you can't really fault him. Not talking personally, he's not a Christian, obviously, and he has personal issues, like the personal way he is, which I don't know about, like, but things you hear about him, like, this with this woman, blah blah blah. But yeah, okay, so he's like he has a lot of arrogancy, but we're not voting for him to be as a person. We're voting for him as a president, as a businessman, a leader. He does well at that, excuse me. Yeah, that gives you a good little one day. You know what I'm saying? And because he's white. No, I'm just playing. You probably had like a little what for a second. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I thought, but yeah, why not put that? Yeah, it's no brainer, man. He won the first election as well in 2020, but they clearly stole that. But the evidence for that was crazy, and people were like, "Nope, didn't happen." Just like, well, that's wild. That's pretty quiet, man. Jimmy Quick, how's your video going, yo? How's your video? I said, anybody you guys disagree, agree, man. Feel free to say in the comments. You can discuss it. Yeah. Oh snap, you're right. Oh, that's my music vibing. You ain't got my bad. Put it back. Yeah, I needed it earlier for the one thing. So for the English playing, or for you guys, that was needed. Newsom, and yeah, good possibility. Newsom's an idiot. I don't. Yeah, he's screwing y'all over. He's been screwing y'all over for so long. I don't know how you guys keep voting for him. Man, like, he's a moron. He's been so compromised and caught up in so many different things. Like, yeah, crazy, man. He's a joke. Yeah, remember you told me that last time? It was 3 years ago. You told me that you finished the song, but we didn't. You look on the video. Nah, it was yeah, not you, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can still talk about it. We did, but yeah, I feels. Yeah, he's messed up like everything. That guy, yeah, he's so wicked, man. Yeah, Zay, I remember you telling me that. You were telling me that you were working on a video. Working on it, it's a music video. I remember. Yeah, they're referring mostly to the people because there's so many people that keep coming in and out. But imagine that's what they see. They're like, "Yo, what?" Like, go Texas is pretty good. No, Rick definitely would tell you yes, but yeah, I mean Texas is pretty good overall. That's some issues still, obviously, with immigration, etc. But they're the one, like they're the ones who've been like branching off of like they're gonna do things they don't care. Like they're not compromising. They're gonna like if they have to go be their own independent state again, they would. Things of that nature. Like they're not gonna. I mean, that's back when Biden was, but yeah, they're doing pretty good things. I think Waco's the bigger cities still have a lot of issues, obviously, because they're bigger cities. Usually in the bigger cities, you have way more problems, and it's way more liberal, even if it's in a conservative state. Yeah, you see a lot of compromise, no matter what. Waco is decently big, right? I don't know if it's that big. It's not like Houston. I think it's still pretty big. I think it's pretty big. I think so. Let me check it out. I think it's like a couple more thousand still. Let me see. Texas. Population. It has 141, so 142, 141 900, so 142,000. Pretty good, 2,000. I don't think it's the biggest. I'm pretty sure Houston's much bigger than this. Yeah, dude, Houston's 2,400,000. That is insane. Houston's value, and it's the fourth biggest city. That's great. Yeah. Well, I mean, it shouldn't even. I don't think it should be an age limit. It should be just a cognitive ability, cognitive functioning. Like you have the ability, which he clearly didn't, which was crazy too, because people knew it wasn't him. Like all these policies are getting written, but the guy can't speak a sentence. Like, it's not possible. Like he was just a puppet. Like a lot of people would, they theorized that it was Obama running again, which probably was. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but regardless, we know it wasn't Biden because that man was just like, hey, I gotta go back. All that ice cream. Like, dude, this guy, yo. Yeah, you saw how bad it was, dude. And people still like, no, he was a great president. And just like Obama was like the most worthless president, and so Biden came. Like they're so beaten, but destroying, messing everything up. It's crazy. Crazy, man. People still advocate for him. No, he was great. I remember it actually goes back to the thing. I would talk to, like, I was playing football. I talked to a friend on the teammate on the team, and we're like, yo, he's like, yeah, Obama was a great president, yo. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, let's not talk about because he's black, bro. if he's a great president, what did he do? And he's like, he did, yo, he was a great president, man. He couldn't tell me a single thing. So I'm like, thank you. So now I ask you the same question. What did Obama do? Tell me his achievements, how great he was. Well, he was pretty good. He was the last good president. That's wild. So Trump, even the last one you're saying, it was Obama. Well, what did Obama do? That man was worthless. He was an empty suit. He was an idiot. Please tell me what he did. Oh, you said Obamacare? That was great. That's usually what people tell me. And I'm like, you realize that was like one of the worst things. Like, horrible, bad. He was, yeah, but it was, yeah, he was good president. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. It's ludicrous, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy you talk this way. You talking crazy right now. But I mean, yeah. Wow. So you're talking about Obamacare. You know Obamacare was awful, right? Like bad beyond mention. Like really bad. Like really bad. Like really bad. Like really bad. You don't understand. It's okay. You don't understand a lot of things. Well, I think about politics. Oh, you admitted. Yeah, it didn't. It made things way worse. Like it made it worse for like everyone. And it didn't give this. You don't want healthcare because healthcare was already like to people who didn't have money or something. They had healthcare. They had Medicaid. Yeah. Like healthcare was on there. I'm pretty sure it made everyone. I forgot that it was the thing when people had to like have insurance after that. Like they had to legally have insurance now. Like they had to by law. So you couldn't have a free will of like, no, I don't want insurance. Or when you would get taxed, like a penalty at the end of the year. It's crazy. But yeah, let me see. Yep, here we go. Okay, so yeah. Oh, let's say significant criticism because it has increased costs. Yes, or increased the cost and reduced your choices in healthcare. So you got way less choice. It was a mess, which I'm pretty sure a lot of liberals used to agree as well. It caused market instability. It was a mess, dude. It was so stupid. And a lot of liberals were with it. And then afterwards, a lot of people were like, ooh, this was a mistake. This was all. Yeah, it was a burden on taxpayer, limited access to care. So actually limited access. So it was like a push to make it seem like this, but in reality, it was horrible. Increased premium and cost. And yeah, I mean, everyone's health-based care went up, like for the most part. Especially if you want Medicaid, they don't pay for anything. It was a burden on taxpayers, economic impact. It was a complexity implementation issues. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm saying there's so many. The initial raw federal exchange website was widely criticized as a disaster. Yeah, hiring and creating implicit tax on earnings. Yeah, it was. I'm saying there's so many things. I'm like, there didn't be so many things about it. It was crazy. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, really bad. Like really bad. Yeah, and it was the thing people thing right now. Healthcare is more expensive than ever. Yeah, so the promise they had was you would save $2,500 a year on healthcare insurance. That was a promise. Of course, again, empty promises. The man was just. And back in 2018, it rose as 20%, and 32 for the most expensive plans, it rose 20%. For the cheapest plans, it rose 32%. So it actually hit harder on the people with less earnings, less money, making less money. It was horrible. I'm saying it was a mess. It was a disaster. Yeah, I see. So their spending was like instantly gone. Kind of spending. And they haven't. Let's see. Obamacare has not stopped the stampede and rising healthcare costs. Which again, yeah, they're supposed to bend the cost curve. They're supposed to change it down. Again, fake. That's what they always do. Fake promises of stupid stuff, and then as you see, it always goes wrong. Yeah, that crazy. Yeah, it grew to 18% and increased of almost $200 billion in health spending. Yeah, again, I said, then Americans are paying more money for less healthcare insurance. There's fewer insurance choices. Yeah, so according to the federal and state data of insurance exchange options per county, more than 50% of our nation's counties have only one insurer until 18. Over 30% of counties are limited to two insurers. This means roughly 4 or 5 counties will have either 1 or 2 Obamacare exchange insurance to choose from. So you had super limited choice. Like I said, it was a mess. What's up there, Cole? Yeah, NYC, man. That guy win? Was it tonight? It was tonight, wasn't it? Elections? That whatever that retard guy? Like crazy dirtbag dude. Enrollment is exploding. Yeah, like I said, yeah, nearly 30 million Americans are still uninsured, and that was back because so it still didn't work. Yeah, because like families can't afford an insurance; it's too expensive now. So it actually made it worse. I'm saying it was a mess, dude. So what was supposed to fix only just exacerbated, only worsened the issue. Obamacare continues to ignore the obvious cost-saving alternatives. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so how bad the failure is. It was horrible. Yeah, which is what everyone always says Obamacare, but it was actually such a disastrous thing. Yeah, just look into it when you get a chance. I'm saying, like, you look at all the things, it was a mess. But yeah, so you see, the standings, the settings done for the election. Maybe the government shutdown will stop now because that crazy guy. That's the thing that gets worse now.
The world keeps spinning, empty hands, chasing shadows, sinking sands. Every high just fades away, leaving echoes of decay. Voices whisper all this way, promise and joy that cannot stay. But the ache still lingers on, as a hangover when night is gone. Oh, but then your light breaks through, paints the sky in shades of truth, lifts me up from where I fell, washes clean this broken shell. Jesus fills the void, love design cannot be destroyed, peace that flows like endless tide, hope alive my heart inside.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Holiness my soul adorns, mercy greets me evermore. Will they give what he supplies, grace that never says goodbye.
That guy's it's like a straight Marxist, right? Like super like. Am I familiar with Tyrone Magnus? That sounds familiar. Tyrone Magnus. Give me some feedback, and I can tell you. I might.
Temples built of dust and pain, now his glory dwells within. Oh, the chains are left behind in the light of love.
YouTube and MAGA. Is he a bigger, like, heavier set guy? One of the thing on news, I would see him speak. I think on Fox. He used to be like a wrestler or something. Yeah, okay, yeah. Tyrone. I don't remember his last name, but I remember this. Okay, yeah, what about him? Seems the thing of man that ain't got reviews. So we're ready to review some crazy stuff. So yeah, it looks like he won, I guess, but. You know, oh. Yeah, I never watched it. I've never seen anything from him, but I know that he was like, he'd call a lot of this stupid stuff. Oh, it's good, yeah. See, so you getting there, see, you getting somewhere now. You checking that out, yo. You like, yo, I gotta check this out, because the liberal stuff is crazy. It's stupid. There's no truth in their stuff. Everything I do is just project and just lie about everything and deflect. And yeah, and they do that, like, well, we're gonna give this. It's gonna be, we're gonna do this, and this is gonna be this. And it's gonna be so great in this, and then in reality, it never happens because it's stupid. And people just follow it. They keep doing it every year. Yeah, New York though and California, man, the two worst places to live, man. I'm sorry, it's awful. The worst, like, it's horrible, man. But you know, I mean, I imagine that's why you don't go outside that much. You hear a lot of people admit like they don't go out like that. So, but a lot of places not because there's nothing but trouble, man. Like, yeah, it's crazy, insanity. It's like a third world country starting to get like in a lot of these cities now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a mess. It's insane to the membrane. Crazy to the membrane. I'm probably gonna make calls into the pretty dang go kick it with the family, you know what I'm saying? We got narcissistic criminals. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, like all around just walking like it's nothing. Like, yeah. Hey, this is what he wanted. Remember they were like in California, I think it was like over they're gonna pass out drunk. Like, you guys need needles, we're gonna hook you guys up. Go look for some more. We got you right here, some needles right here, man. Go take your drugs, man, no problem. Little kids walking by, don't worry about it. Just take it back, man. It's cool. Yeah, it's insane. Needles everywhere. Yeah, some disgusting. Yep. Lawlessness. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, some parts of the country, yeah, you're like, this doesn't even look like America anymore. Like, well, what's going on? This ain't America, man. But like, so yeah, I'm probably gonna call it because there's a lot of discussion. It's been about 2 hours. Hopefully next time, God willing, come back, wrap some more. Probably be Thursday. Might be tomorrow, God willing. I'm not sure. Probably Thursday. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have a awesome school. I'm just gonna save them for next time. Think about them now. Think about tomorrow, God willing, and then when you come back, if God wills it, you can ask more questions. We can discuss more things. Be glad to, you know what I'm saying? Go back. Plus, check out the video we talked about. The video we saw earlier. I'll tell you. So look at stuff like that. Something else called I think it's Creation and Genesis. I think. Let me check it. I lost it again. I forgot what it was again. Wait, it's Genesis history. There you go. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, all thy works shall praise
There you go.
thy name.
Check that out as well.
Then sky.
The channel on YouTube, it's actually pretty cool. You see all the proofs. It's cool, like scientifically. You'll see it, man. You be like, what? In all these different areas of science. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it with that. You have an awesome night. You and whoever else is watching, you guys have a great night. Jimmy, if you're still there as well. And grace and peace. God bless the righteous. Until next time, take care. Have a great night. You guys, Waffle, whoever else here. Take care, Jimmy. Yes, sir. Usual. God bless, dude. And peace to the show. Peace.